Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Moku, and I know what you're thinking. Moku, where the hell have I been? Well, I was away for a few days. I went to Boston, had a really good time, but you don't want to know anything about that. You want to know what the hell is going on in that samurai story. And I'll tell you what, I have completely forgot a little bit about it, so I'm gonna need some reminder when I play. But all I remember is that we're at the final day, it's the final trial, and we need to prove that Will Powers? Yes, Will Powers is innocent. Jack Hammer is the victim. That's right. That's how long it's been. And I still remember Edgeworth, so that's always a good thing. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Edgeworth, Edge. It's not really a play on names, but I liked it. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Mr. D. Vasquez to the stand. Alright, I forgot about the mafia guys. Oh, those little bastards. Mr. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Oh, right, yeah, now slowly reminding myself about what's going on. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Will she say her name? Oh, she did! D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Man. Poor Edgeworth. He didn't need that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please, give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick! I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. No, I remember you said she's guilty because she wants to stop the samurai. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. I'm sorry? Elaborate? Or don't, actually? I entered the trailer. Oh, a little before noon. Oh gosh, I gotta remember this shit. Okay. Right. So there's a photo that happened 5 years ago. I was super happy to actually figure that one out. Best character in the game. Well, after Miss Oldback for sure. And then the stick found the employee on it are traces of sleeping pills and a large phone. Okay, so that's what the sleeping pills were on. Okay. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steak on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk. What's with that monkey's head toppling over? Manila used his van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Dick. Let's do it. I'm just saying, we're supposed to prove that they're not guilty. We don't really need to find the murderer and get blood in our hands. Either the trailer or a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. Right, I gotta start pressing. Okay, so I'm gonna press. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a little bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. You see, Edgeworth, you gotta calm down. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. Okay, that's important. And what exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I didn't even notice, like, I'm trying to understand, but I'm a little bit confused. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio too, then. Oh, alright. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we already knew that. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, she just did it! I love this game. It was a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she'd say a little bit more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Yeah, okay, so something about not eating the steak. I didn't mean to press that. Well, I don't... Yeah, no, it's definitely not a useful conversation. Okay, so... But that was found in the employee area. It wouldn't matter if that... Well, that's my first thought on the moment. Is there anything that says that she doesn't eat steak? Is she vegan? She's definitely a vegan. I'm gonna give it a shot. If that's the case. Yeah, it was that. Okay. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there was no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Yeah, garbage can? That exists? They put it in the garbage? Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. There was an incinerator? I don't remember seeing an incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. which would be jackhammer. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left Shirley to eat her steak, she ran into the steel samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? Well, I'm thinking it's just because it's not... Because we all think it's the fence, but that was a death from 5 years ago. Is it possible that she used the same fence? I don't know. I'm gonna say I think it could. It's not impossible. Well, maybe it's not impossible, but... Silence. I'm speaking. Jesus. The victim was stabbed through the chest from the front, yes? I believe this would indicate that the victim was aware of the killer's presence. Now, the steel samurai costume is quite light and mobile. Compared to the victim, I am weaker and slower. I couldn't possibly win such a fight. Not to mention, there is proof I did not have the spear. The photograph of the steel samurai shows that the victim himself was holding it. Or do you mean to suggest that I could have wrested away from him? Yeah, take that, right? Stop banging your desk! If you still think she did it, show us proof. Hey Nick, look at the data we had on that samurai spear on the court record. Isn't there something in there that gets to you? Something odd about the samurai spear? Wait! Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Sorry, Your Honor. I'd like to take back my previous claim. Very well, I won't hold you to your claim. But I'm afraid I will have to penalize you. Ugh. What's this? You're taking back your claim? Let's backtrack for a moment. I want to consider whether the witness could have used the samurai spear or not. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Okay, wait. So I did get the choice, which I said it could. So it penalized me, but I had the right idea. So it was like you couldn't you, or something like that. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as a murder weapon. Boom! Right there. Huh? Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know that when you're going to present the wrong evidence, I can sense it too with my favorite. Wait! Okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear. The judge was like, shut the hell up. It's the photo. I'm an idiot. What? God damn it, what is it the samurai spear? I forgot it got taped. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. It just dawned on me. It has tape. It didn't... Wait, but did Will Powers say he broke it during the rehearsal? It don't matter. She can just take the spear because it's lighter. It broke. I present the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady, Miss Wendy Oldbag. Oh, you little angel. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a fake costume with this through the chest? Wait, I was going on about like it's lighter so she could just use it as a murder weapon. When we're just literally declaring that this is the. I got no brain, no intelligence, no IQ, just plain old emptiness in my head. Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're. Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Edgeworth, just go take a break. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can. Is it possible that that photo is not 5 years? And it's actually recently? Who gave us that photo? Who gave us that photo again? Was it the assistant? Or was it the... No, it was Miss Oldbag. Oh! So is it possible that that photo is actually not 5 years? No, because then why would there be so many people covering on this to ask? I don't know. I'm going in with my own head again. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on the top of the stairs. Oh no, that's the judge saying that. Well, too late. Order, order. If I could not have order, this trial will be suspended, but we only have 3 days. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studio. Right, no, I forgot. Jack Hammer is the guy who... Sorry, I'm slowly trying to remember. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence posts pierce him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Oh, we're getting her. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. You have a group of guys who can do that will do anything for you. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Oh no. The van! The van! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Oh, I'm slowly getting it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Sal didn't know there was a body behind him. Oh fuck! There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. This story's good. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manola that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manola was a conspirator? Of course he wasn't. Ha! So without Mr. Manola noticing anything, she put the body in the van. Then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Of course I'm not serious. Oh wait, he's a conspirator? Of course Sal Manola has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. So Sal Manola is... Oh, I thought that he was just driving and then... Oh, but that's right. He would have stayed with her the whole time, huh? I guess, yeah. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Oh, that's the incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? I think something's... I don't know why. Something's not adding up. No. Everything seems to make sense. When was that head fall off again? So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez. So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You like decisive proof, Mr. Wright. Huh? What? What's going on? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's that what this says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more question, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? What kind of decisive proof do I have? What kind of decisive proof do I have? We show you the photo. What? I'm just gonna say you did it. Miss Vasquez, you did it. That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict. What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. Testify? Again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far, only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Edgeworth coming in with the clutch? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I love Edgeworth. I didn't. I see. Very well. Oh. Your Honor. Love this guy. He's my new favorite character. I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? I love how the defense attorney and the prosecutor are both idiots, and I love it. I love it. Well, yes, indeed. Verily, I say, a girl. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify for the court concerning this matter. Nick! Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth is slowly changing his, So who's gonna be the new prosecutor? I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Sal and Oldbag, okay. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Really close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. So. What did I... I'm gonna keep pressing. Something's up. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was 10. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costume, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sal Manila's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seem calm enough when I accuse you of murder. Keep pressing. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discover a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. No, if I found a murdered body and there's a person missing, I'm not gonna look for that missing person because he's probably the murderer. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed what he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Why is no one saying a word? Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The security lady, old bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Paris saying she did it. He did it. Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Paris had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Paris based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph? You mean the one taken by the security camera? She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Yeah, that's the most intriguing one for me. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot writing on it, with all those big words at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals help convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Every time that I see the letters are red, I believe that means it's something about this sentence that we just looked at. And something I'll have to check on. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Oh, I almost backed off. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Oh, that's actually good. Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after... She just contradicts something, right? Wait, yeah? Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness last statement. Let's go, Edgeworth! Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Let's go, Edgeworth! You and I got the same mindset. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I found it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I think he is. Oh, can I please play Edgeworth? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement. However, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe it. Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoot with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect that reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. It's like a 2v1 situation now, I love it. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director. He wasn't there though. You have to find something to peg this on her hair, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get them. Yeah, wait. No, I didn't mean to check that. That's the guide map. Isn't there anything about these guys doing the rehearsal? It was only the assistant and the assistant and what's old bag. But Sal didn't know about the injury, did he? Yeah, I knew it. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. Oh, frick! Yeah, Will Powers injured, not Jack Hammer. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in a run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run-through that morning. Oh, was he? Oh, I'm sorry. He would have known if it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You must have heard Mr. Manila wrong. Even though he said Mr. Powers was injured, you thought he was talking about Mr. Hammer. Now that you mention it... Yes, I believe you're right. I'm sure that's what happened. Yeah. Nick? You're supposed to be putting her on the spot now. I talked myself out of that one, didn't I? Quick, start over. Just do a little rewind real quick. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Miller? I didn't think that's what I meant to say. Not heard Mr. Miller wrong. You didn't hear him at all. I thought that's what the sentence said. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember? Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen under hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive and to this murder. No, it wasn't. Oh, it is. Okay, this is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. I might be lost on this one. I will... No, I didn't mean to press that. I didn't mean to... You didn't see it, you didn't see it, you didn't see it, you did not see it. I didn't mean to press E. You didn't see it. Oh wait, did she have no motive? No, she clearly had motive. Otherwise, why would she do it? That's the only motive I can think of. Is it possible that there's actually no motive? Wait, did I get it? I say it's all proven. No, I didn't get it. Okay. I'm gonna say she had no motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs. In self-defense. What was I thinking? There was an accident. So maybe it was actually. Maybe I was right. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Paris with sleeping pills. That's why he stole the steel samurai costume! To put Mr. Paris into... And then he could get the job back! You little snake! Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. You just broke that. What? I guess you were done with it? You know, smoking isn't good enough for you too, so hey, that's a good step. So did you do it? Oh, so you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I'm guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Oh, that's the first. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Wait, was Manuel her husband? Oh, that better not be like her husband or something. Oh, that would be shit. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court find the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Fuck yeah. Is that the way you stand? You look like an eagle going like this. I'm not gonna do it because this is weird. That is all. This court is adjourned. Holy moly! Too many things has happened. First off, Mr. Edgeworth in our team now. Well, I don't know if he's in our team now. Maybe he's gonna change career, which would be freaking amazing. Dee Vasquez being a killer in self-defense. Would that be consider, well, in this game, would that be considered a guilty verdict for her? Well, we'll find out eventually, I suppose. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Yes? It's because you were the still samurai. Because I was the still samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids show. And as the villain to boot. The kids loved the still samurai. And so, he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Still Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that squirty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick! Edgeworth! Oh, hey, you beautiful bastard. You want to be in my team now? You want to join? Let's join forces. Let's be a duo like, I don't think there's any lowers that actually are a duo, but let's become the first ever one. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? Oh, it's too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to say, to thank you. Vasquez would have gone away if you haven't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Paris. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Paris. Liar. Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Right, did I say that I already knew him before? Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings. Oh, are we gonna be a couple? Come here, give me a little smooch. Ooh. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. I want to win, and you're the only person who can beat me. You little shit. Mr. Wright. Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? But now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling of I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? We used to be ex-husbands. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studio refought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. We're not doing a trial on Pig Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'll seriously go through with it. Oh, wait, did we suggest the Pig Princess? That's funny. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead? That's cute. That's cute. I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. That's actually cute. That's so awesome. This game. This Beautiful game. Oh, that looks like that might be the last episode of the game. Turnabout goodbyes. All right. Well, another trial done. Another innocent man leaves the trial, not guilty, happy as can be, playing the Pink Princess. This I don't know, every trial that we have been going through has amazed me. The conclusion and the plot twist, the story. I mean, for a game that has been there for decades, I have to admit, well, it is a remastered version, but it is so well done. So many puns, so many jokes, just spontaneous moments that just gives you the giggle. Edgeworth just turning the tide for us. So amazing. The assistant did it, and then and that's it. That's really it. But I like I have to admit, this game is, how can I say this? Top I'm gonna say it's definitely in my top 10 games that I've played in my life so far. But if you like this video, if you like this series, give it a thumbs up. Always appreciate it. It always tells me that you actually do like the series. Comment down below if you were right about the killer, if you were right about the murder weapon. No. Comment down below some suggestions and other games to recommend. But there is one game that I can definitely tell you that I will be playing soon. The Quarry, the new game that came out that has a similar vibe of Until Dawn. Definitely is a game that I will be playing. I've loved Until Dawn, so I'm hoping that will be a good game. And subscribe for more content, get notified. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and take care.